There have been some interesting Lord of the Rings memorabilia reveals, but the Rings of Power memorabilia are nowhere to be seen still, and that's a good thing. Where's Hal, everybody, and welcome to another video. Well, oh well, my dear friends, the Lord of the Rings trilogy by Peter Jackson, oh yes, the adaptation of the works of Professor Tolkien, is still going strong. Unlike another thing that has been out there since last September, and that some people call adaptation as well, although it is not adaptation at all. And we are, of course, talking about the Rings of Power. And people have been asking, well, not many people, I think, and that only proves that only very few people actually care about the show so much so that they could pay for a merchandise for it, because there has been absolutely no merchandise from that show. And it is good, because it wouldn't sell at all. Even the people who are crying on the internet about, oh, the Rings of Power are being so good, wouldn't buy it, because they don't even call for it on the internet. But let us focus on something wholesome. Let us focus on something positive. So Weta Collectibles very recently, not even a day ago as of making of this video, released their own video on their own official YouTube website, and where they revealed new upcoming collectibles from the Lord of the Rings trilogy by Peter Jackson. Of course, with the Return of the King movies anniversary approaching, they have relied a lot on scenes and collectibles from the Return of the King. So what you can see at the screen are representatives from Weta Workshop. Of course, one of them being Mr. Taylor, who is the boss and who worked on all the films made by Peter Jackson from the Middle-earth world. And here he is showing us some tremendous things. First of all is one of their environment lines, and that's the Black Gate of Mordor, as seen in, well, not only The Return of the King, but I have always appreciated the detail into which they go, as far as not only their statues of characters, but the environment. And from what I understood, they have been using the props and miniatures, and what they also called during the production of the films, the bigatures, as a kind of a template to make these collectibles. So if you are getting something from Weta Workshop, you might be paying quite a lot of money, but also you can be sure that you will get a very faithful representation of what you were able to see on the screen. And this Black Gate of Mordor is just another in a line of, at this point, dozens and dozens of environments. The other one might interest you a little bit more, because it's the Tower of Barad-dûr with the removable Eye of Sauron on the top. Now, what is more intriguing for many people, more people definitely, about this particular small statue, is that the price will be a bit more affordable for more collectors, because it's a smaller scale, and also the price will be smaller. Now, everything that is shown here, except for the Gondorian Guard, as of making of this video, they haven't added it there yet. You can find on their official website. I will put a link in the description down below, should you wish to check it out for yourselves. And the next thing they have shown is something that will amaze a lot of people, although this is not from the Return of the King line, as they themselves stated in the video. It is from their Two Towers line, and it is a Treebeard miniature statue. And I mean, I am always in awe when I see their mini statues, because they do statues of various different scales and sizes. I'm always amazed by seeing the small statues being so extremely detailed. Myself, I own a couple of them, and you can just look at them all day long and every time find a little detail that you had not noticed before, even though they are of such a small scale. Now, talking about scales, there's a bigger scale statue of the Gondorian god in Minas Tirith. Now look at that beast. The particular statue is not on their official website yet, but they have told us in the video that there are two options. You can get the regular version, which is just a 1/6 scale statue of the Gondorian god, so that's the bigger scale, which means that it will be a little bit more expensive. And also you can have the deluxe version, which comes with the Tree of Gondor, and that is something that you just have to be amazed by. Those 1/6 scale statues are extraordinarily detailed. Now, you might remember that 20 years ago, they released a long line of these statues, 1/6 scale statues, as well as, I think, 1/4 scale busts and so on and so forth. And so they have been doing that for 20 years already. And when you look at one of the older statues or busts and compare them with one of the newer ones, I mean, the progress is just extraordinary. That must have something to do with the fact that now they are able to digitally sculpt and, things like that, and also use more modern techniques. The unfortunate thing is that the price has also risen by a lot. So these 1/6 scale statues, definitely not their deluxe versions, which usually come with some sort of environment like this Tree of Gondor. They tend to be quite pricey. And one last thing that they have not shown in the video, but I think that this one in particular was shown and revealed at San Diego Comic-Con, which just is going to finish as of making of this video. San Diego Comic-Con 2023 is this extraordinarily beautiful Gandalf on Gwaihir when he was saving the two hobbits at the top of Mount Doom. Now let me tell you, all these things are extraordinarily beautiful. All these things represent the trilogy more than beautifully. And once again, it is proved, and it has been proved time and time again, that what is very good, what's quality, it sells. It becomes popular, it gets the status of legendary, it gets the status of iconic, and people will love it and enjoy it until the end of time. Unlike the Rings of Power. Alright then, let me know in the comments down below what you think, my dear friends, and that will be all. Thank you very much for watching. And Namarie.